So it seems like a tactical one, but you know what? They need to lock in the Jawhead right here. Whitelist, lock in the Jawhead. Jawhead Eudora is the best combo, right? Xbox, I love it. Get the Jawhead. Get the Jawhead. Please get the Jawhead. Please. No, get the Jawhead, please.
I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be the case. They're going to be locking in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Keep it safe.
Okay, they like the Bobo.
The Jawhead's not going to go.
Okay. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. So...
Your team is banning.
Okay, that's a show. Respectable still.
Okay, so... Basically, you know, they say, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're gonna pick the Paquito for MB, and most likely this show is gonna go over to Coach Chuck TV as well. So no problems, no worries there whatsoever. We have to see that the second phase is gonna mold a lot here. If I'm the LAGUNOS, I need to ban those junglers. Now, what jungler do I not want to see that can follow up? I need to ban a jungler that has a lot of early game potential. Maybe the Lancelot, the Granger, maybe. Yeah, I think a Granger would be a good ban. I think those is along those lines. They banned the Brody instead. That's a particular one. I don't think the Brody was a big trouble in the last game.
I mean, there were signs of life for the Brody, but because of the composition that LAGUNOS Esports had, they really didn't give Brody a lot of space to work with in the jungle. So that's why he was insignificant in that game. But with the Selena being banned out, I don't think they'd be able to invade as much. So I guess they wanted to go for the safer route here. They recognize that Brody is a threat.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Without a Selena means that you can't really suppress the Brody in the early games so much anymore. On the other hand, they do take away the Alex. So the Alex was a really strong pick. We have to see what they want to go for. I think if you are LAGUNOS, you wait for the for your offlane. You just pick the support here, right? Yeef. I think Yeef is a really good shout.
Yeah, this looks good. It's either an Eve or a Farser. Either one of these would make would round up the composition. Instead, they're hovering over the Hayabusa right now. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Your team is picking.
The thing about this Eve is that it sort of completes the whole composition, right? For LAGUNOS Esports, they have the, you know, it's not as aggressive as a Selena, unfortunately, because you can't throw abyssal arrows and everything like that. But it at least still does the same thing. There's the Granger that I was talking about that I would have liked LAGUNOS Esports to ban more instead. But you know what? It was one or the other. They take the Granger instead of the Bruno. Sorry, instead of the Brody. And then they will lock in the last pick. It's gonna be the Esme. What do you think about that?
Your team is
well, it's at least going to have.
Give me a target.
Okay, I got. Wow. Well, Leslie is going to be the final pick. An insta lock.
Let me try to make sense of this, right? Leslie has the range to fight against the export, right? Leslie has the range to fight against the Popo and Koopa. So you're always in a very safe position, right? So whenever you pop the Master of Camouflage, you can just run really quickly. You go invincible, so you're not targetable, right? So maybe that's also the other way. Or it could be just something like, oh, they just really like Leslie. There's a lot of ways to look at it, I guess.
That's true. There's a lot of ways to look at it. It would get shut down before she reaches level 4 though, so that's something that a whitelist would want to happen, because I have personally been in games where when the Leslie was left unattended was just too much to handle. So that may be the same logic that LAGUNOS Esports wants to happen as we dive into the Land of Dawn here.
Yep, looks like it is going to be the game 2 between Whitelist and LAGUNOS Esports. We are going to have D-Lock on the Tidora, on the Khabib, on the X, Bork, Relax TZ Cutie Forever, on the Forward Koopa, Miracle, on the Granger, and Yoli on that Esmeralda.
Hypebits TV, meanwhile, is going to be on the Roger MB, again on that Paquito. Coach Chuck, again on that show. Ding Dong Guantes on the even. Sumpak Wangdu on the Leslie. Speaking of Leslie, bottom lane Leslie against the Esmeralda.
So this is what I was talking about, right? The range is just so hard. Obviously, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he goes for the emblem of Weakness Finder as well. So every single time, if you hit an auto attack, there's a chance to proc slow, correct? So once you do that, you have this chance to just completely stop the Esmeralda on its tracks. What the Esmeralda needs is that he needs an early gank. So I'm interested to see whether they actually do that.
And they are about to do that. Popo and Koopa is in position. Relax TZ Cutie Forever. is in position but will not be obliging. Sumpak Wangdu will not be obliging them of any ganks. Recognizes the strength, recognizes that he is currently not in a good spot to fight back. Just played safe under the turret. I like it.
Yep, you know, that's all you need. When you talk about a gang, you don't really need to come and, you know, pressure him, as long as they know your presence is there, so he wouldn't play so aggressive. Because if the Koopa wasn't there, he would have just be on his face. But here comes Coach Chuck with his own gang here. Yodi needs to be careful, does at least back away. But like you mentioned, Nomad, all this Leslie wants to do is farm.
Yeah, we're not going to be seeing as much there as Hypebit. Lycan pounds into his own death though with the last bullet from the Death Sonata.
Yep, that's a pretty interesting one. He thought he could have like assassinated Miracle before he went down, but it was pretty good. But here comes MB. He misses the ultimate. He needs to be careful here. Flicker does get forced out. Here comes the ultimate. D-Lock should be going down. Yes, indeed. But how is it going to look like? That's just a beautiful ultimate. You could see he just touched onto the core on the side. It landed onto everyone. Now Miracle, he needs to be careful. He might be going down as well. This Keith is just doing so much work.
Man, the real world manipulation was just perfect. Even covered the brush where they ran into Coach Chuck, zoned them out from backing off, and they got a little bit more damage off of that. Ding Dong Guantes is proving that the Eve pickup, just like what you said, is the good pickup for Lagunos Esports. Already 3-0 this Eve with the Magic Shop as well. We'll be able to get the items a little bit more. The Magic Shop, I mean, will get a little bit more faster on the items here. As the Turtle is going to be started off, going to be contested here by Lagunos Esports. MB's going to be the back line, is going to go for the knockout punch. Last Insanity, not going to be connected to anybody at all. Coach Chuck secures a kill onto Miracle though. That's the beauty of that. They got the Turtle.
You do not
they got the
want
Turtle
to lose. Yeah, you don't want to lose team fights like that when you commit so much. Remember, all this while as we're talking, the Leslie free farming away. Oh wow, they want to try and snipe away D-Lock a little bit. I would say ambitious coming out from the Eve, but hey, I guess it still works. He forces things out. But the thing about this is that MB, he's been able to actually, you know, contain this export pretty well, I would have to say.
Yeah, exports for most of the time, it's really Onel just sticking to the turret. Every time that he wants to escape and move and roam, MB's going to be there to stop him. Speaking of which, MB is right there. Almost going to go ahead and bite him the flicker in though. And here comes the Last Insanity. It's available for him. It's not going to be committing it just yet. They do get the kill off to relax TZ Cutie forever. Onel does not have the Firaga armor. Going to be backing up the Login Miracle in a bad spot. Lycan pounds in, changes back into human form. That Sonata not going to be enough to deter them from pushing back, from pushing forward. The manipulation once again will get Onel Toka Brip in that fight. It's a good trade, it's a good pick off, and they are overseeing their welcome in the mid lane though.
They need to be careful. Coach Chuck is just doing the moves. He's been such a nuisance, always in the face of this whitelist team. And you can see MB taking up the full armor plating of this top thing turret. They need to be careful. Here come Hypebit CV coming onto the top side. Has the double buffs, have the turtle buff. He has every single buff available to him in this game. He's looking for a gang, but looks like no cigar this time around. It just gonna back off. I have to say, the rotation's coming pretty well. MB does get stopped out. That should be a free kill. Flicker does get forced out. Does manage to stay alive. Did a good job coming up from MB.
They're still staying in lane just in case they decide to go for the push. They're going to be trading out the turtle for that aggressive push in the top lane from Whitelist International. That's Tampa the gank. So, really, Lagunos Esports, they have nothing much to do here as Miracle gets caught with the rework manipulation and hype bits as well. That's not a good ending. Yodi.
He's not done. He's not done. No, yeah, he's going
for the dragon. He's going to go for it. The Falling Star Moon is not available. Yodi has nowhere to go. Ultimate's going to be forced out. Going to get a lot of damage down. But here comes the cavalry. Relax TZ Cutie forever. As well as Zillow is going to be joining in on the fray. Coach Chuck TV forces back off just a bit. But they are wanting to fight once again. They get Sumpak Wangdu stunned up though. They know where Sumpak Wangdu is. Rescue TZ forever is low because of that Eve. The real world manipulation is about to be up in just a couple more seconds here as they get the stun up onto Ding Dong Guantes. Coach Chuck TV is going to be in the back lines, but not going to be obliging any longer. Falling Star Moon by Yodi, almost connecting, almost taking him out.
They need to stop fighting, they need to calm down. But those were so many low health bars onto the bottom side. Whitelist and LAGUNOS both playing with fire, dancing with death. It was so close. But once again, I want to highlight MB. He's playing so well. He's playing such a good job. He's pushing his X-Borg all across outside of the lane so he can just be a bully, right? And get so much attention. That's why this Leslie is having such a good time. Meanwhile though, they need to be careful. Coach Chuck trying to double it out. Way of the Dragon will buy a little bit of time. Yodi trying to chase. He wants to get this kill, but the slow coming up from the Steve is way too much. Yodi, he needs to back off from this. Right, here comes the Leslie. Leslie doesn't have the ultimate just yet. Muscle of Camouflage will get procced up. Can he get the kill? Everyone is here. The whole party, the whole gang. He jumps in. He jumps in. That's not a wise decision. Ultimate comes through as well. There goes the kill. Koopa will come in. Where goes the knockout? Hype will be the one with this. They're continuing from this. Coach Chuck looking for an angle, looking for a kick, but doesn't find the knockup just yet. This is so close. The main thing here, Eve still doesn't have the ultimate. They need to be careful. Coach Chuck super low, but he's going for it. Can he get the kick? A free gift, a birthday present for Hypin. He's going for more. The Lycan is angry. The Lycan is hungry. He gets another kill in his name.
And they're still going to be saying here the real world manipulation is going to be thrown out. Here comes the falling star on the Ding Dong Guantes as well. And he's trying to survive as much as he can, but he's going to get bursted out by LAGUNOS Esports. That's almost a wipeout here. Technically a wipeout. Onel fell down earlier on.
Can you
My goodness.
That's so insane. He jumped in. He was trusting his teammates so much. Oh, Miracle. I think he should be able to get this kill here. Flicker, one more auto attack. But Coach Chuck! Coach Chuck says, "You shall not pass." And he just slams the ground and walks away. What a good teammate here. MP in a little bit of a trouble. Good Flicker. But the last thing is they're going to follow up. It's going to be a counter engage coming from LAGUNOS Esports. Coach Chuck this time a little bit too far. They need to calm down here, no man. It's a little, it's just fight. They need to understand the objectives again.
Yeah, it's just massive fights happening. All skirmishes have been happening on the side of Whitelist and I was about to say Whitelist International. That's a different story, but yeah, that's how Hypix taking it down. Oh no, going down to the hands of Sumpak Wangdu. And Hypix gets stunned under turret, still alive, barely flickers out. D-Log will be able to take him down with the ultimate.
The Eudora phobia kicks in.
Yeah.
That was
we're about to see how broken Eudora is now.
Oh, I mean, the damage is insane. D-Log, doing what he needs to do. But you gotta say, Ding Dong Guantes on this Eve, really good, really good play. Really good play.
Yeah. Always in the right pace at the right time to pop the real world manipulation. If he recognizes that Whitelist is busy taking care of either MB or Leslie and he knows that nobody's going to be able to spot him out, he'll pop the real world manipulation and catch Whitelist they'll catch Whitelist without off guard. Yeah. It happened.
It's all good.
I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they're Whitelist. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah, it's true. But here comes Yodi. He wants to try and snipe away Ding Dong Guantes, but it's not enough. The cover is there. They do get one. The Leslie does go down. Chuck TV finds D-Lo, but is there enough damage? No, the other. Oh, but Eve coming in from the tail end with the snipes to play. He wants a little bit more. Chuck. Whoa. Come back. Come down, my friend. Come down. Get back.
Too deep into enemy lines. You see the confidence there being shown. Yeah.
Yep, the confidence is insane. But you can see LAGUNOS Esports, they are just running riot. They know what they can do. They're just forcing things out. And now they're gonna push here once again. X4, just 2 abilities and he goes down. But now, Coach Chuck, a little bit too aggressive, does get stunned up as he walked in. He goes down straight away.
Yeah, a small opening here for Whitelist, but they're in a position to fight back if they can take care of MB here quickly. MB makes it out alive. The real world manipulation tries to keep himself alive, but Miracle secures that kill. Last Insanity going to be thrown down to Ding Dong Guantes, and that is going to be the kill. Gets a double kill off of that. And Miracle still fighting to the blast of his Miracle, and that is just going to be Sumpak Wangdu left alive in this fray. Gets the kill onto Yodi. He's still alive. Will pop the ultimate. Will be absorbed by Koopa, and we're going to be joining in on the fray. Will not want to fight this. will now want to
Oh
fight
my
the
God.
Leslie.
The orange buff and the weakness finder doing so much for this Leslie. He keeps on going and just trying to find the pickups. You were saying that in the late game, it just does so much. Beautiful pick coming up from Coach. Unfortunately, no range from Super 1-2. He needs to be careful. He cannot get sniped up. Yes, he has a lot of damage, but he's super squishy. He will pop the ultimate by a little time. This game is really close, no man?
Really close and really intense. Don't be fooled about the scoreline that you're seeing above, folks. It's a 6,000 gold lead for LAGUNOS Esports, but Whitelist are now in a position to fight back. They have the firepower now. The orange buff will be secured by Miracle. He'll have a good time here in this fight. Just one slip up is what what Whitelist needs in order to turn the tables and start pushing turrets. Speaking of openings here, MB trying to look for an opening, gets stunned up. He's gonna get taken down by DeLog. Coach Chuck TV might be next. Goes for the Wave of the Dragon. Auto relax easy cutie forever. He's still falls down, and that's going to be Xborg. Yeah, he's coming in on the fray. Goes for the fire missiles, but he's a little bit too late on the fight. Has to block the bullets, and he does. That's still a respectable fight. 2-4-3. Yeah, they need to be extra careful.
Because you remember this, that the late game Whitelist has a lot of potential as well. The Xborg, the last is he does so much damage when you come to the late game. The Eudora can always snipe someone. Granger always good throughout the whole game because of the nature of the kit. Leslie, Zumba Wanglu should be able to solo this. No problems whatsoever. At least they get things back on track. They do get a lot. It's a Luminous Lord, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So they have the advantage swing back to their favor.
And it is, I mean, it's much needed by LAGUNOS Esports. If they did not get the Lord and have Whitelist get it, Whitelist would be able to get 1 or 2 turrets off of that in the top lane and in the mid lane. As Ding Dong Guantes gets picked off, they are very fairly aggressive there. Over at the riverside, one of them is going to be Pop Immortality. Is going to come up here for all the mga brief. No last insanity is available. No Ferraga armors as well. So Chuck's going to be forced to back up. Paquito's going to be the backline. So MB getting a brunt of the damage being dealt by D-Log as Onel Cabrit falls down to the hands of this Leslie. And they might just get Popo and Kupa at the same time. They trade Coach Chuck for that. Ultimate's going to get popped off. MB's going to be diving in with the knockout punch. Not enough. Hypebit's going to be finishing everything with the Lycan Pounce, but they're going to be forced to back off here. The turret, the base is still dishing out a lot of damage. It's just Miracle alone to try to make a miracle run here to defend this base from the invaders that LAGUNOS Esports has. He can. The Lord's going to fall down, but the minions are pushing forward, and LAGUNOS Esports will secure game number 2 and advance into the quarterfinals.
That was an intense battle. LAGUNOS Esports cutting it a little close, I would